What is this? You know, I donated $7 just so I wouldn't feel bad when I saw a zero all day. Goodness, I haven't even started playing. It was $100 goal for the whole month, like of May. Well, whatever. Maybe we'll raise a little more then. What is this? All right. I have this open for Facebook chat because I can't see it sometimes. Well, thank you all very much for already donating a few dollars to the Feeding America COVID Response Fund. It is, it looked like a pretty good cause right now considering all the trouble folks are having. This is Nemesis, and this is going to be a beast. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but we're going to find out. In fact, I'm playing the medic. Here, I'll just move this out of the way. Because that was a Kickstarter exclusive person. So I wanted to give it a shot. There's a handful of different classes you can be. You can be like a soldier, a scientist, a captain. But the medic was something you could only get if you pledged at a certain... I think the first day pledge for this or something like that. But that's what I went for. So I wanted to give it a shot. In this game, we are attempting to survive. Basically, it's Alien. It's Alien, and we're Ripley, and we don't want to die. Except there's more. It's Aliens, because there's going to be more than one, most likely, as the game goes on. I'm very excited for this. I remember the Kickstarter, but never actually checked out the game. I've only played it once, and we played it incorrectly. My wife and I tried it over this past week, so that... Ooh, I need to move this. So that I wouldn't just be a bumbling fool, but I messed it up, so I'm probably still going to be a little bit of a bumbling fool. But I'll at least have the rules correct. That's the plan anyway. Well, we're going to shoot for 80% accuracy on the rules, I think. Maybe more like 70, depending on how many of these beers we get through. But, all right. So I think what I should do is explain some basics before I get started, I guess, to the extent of my understanding of them anyway. Name one board game where you play right the first dozen times. Yeah, that's fair. I'll take it. Especially me. Maybe it's a little more. Maybe it's more like the first... No, you did say first dozen. Maybe more like first 2 dozen or so. Okay. I'm the medic. I'm here. Normally I have friends on this boat, but it's not going to be going that way because I'm all alone and probably going to die. Usually this is played as a semi-co-op, a semi-survival co-op. And I say that if you've ever played Dead of Winter, that's sort of the same vein as this game is in. Usually how this is played is you're multiple people on this spaceship, each of you with your own agenda. One of you might want to sneak, say, an egg off board to sell to someone. One of you might want to just save everyone because you're the only noble person on the entire ship. Someone else might want to blow the ship up because, I don't know, that's what they want to do. So, and this, obviously, there's no one we're playing against, so this is going to be a fully solo co-op mode. I didn't really consider this as a solo play until I read, I don't know, there's an article somewhere when I was looking for solo games that might be fun to try, and this showed up as a recommended game. So it's like, hey, I have that game. I've been interested in trying that game. Let's give it a shot. Name one game that you play right the first dozen times. Candyland. I don't know if I've ever played Candyland, which is kind of odd to say. I don't know if that's one that was in my repertoire as a child. But so, as you can see on this board, there's a handful, well, not a handful, there's a million rooms that we have no idea how they, lore-wise, we don't know what these rooms are. We know that the engines are located over here, and we know that the cockpit is located over here. There's something about being frozen in space that messes with your mind. You get amnesia. I think that's actually lore-wise how the game explains it. Because we've been on this ship before, but we've just been woken up from like cryostasis, sleepy times, whatever the sci-fi term is for this world. And we have no recollection of where things are on this ship. So we're going to be stumbling around, making noise, and alerting creatures that want to kill us. The only thing we know is that we've woken up here, as is our handy-dandy medic mini. And there's a dead body with us in this room. That's not great. That's not cool. I don't like that. And I'm alone, too. I don't know why I got on the ship alone to begin with. But that's where we are. The way the game is played, we're going to have 5 action cards in our hand. And everything we do consumes these cards. So I'll just take some out by way of example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw up the 5 action cards, which is the first part of this phase. I have like a bunch of cheat sheets I printed off. So Board Game Geek has some like player aids. I did this for I played Feast. You're socially isolating even in space. That's a good point. I'm being as thorough as I can be with all the bad stuff going on, even in space. Where's the donation link? That's a fair point. All right, hold on one second. Let me figure out the donation link. Let me figure out this and let me babble while I do it. Oh, I was going to say, whenever I played Feast for Odin last week, I had these really cool cheat sheets that really helped me out as far as playing and not having to consult the rule book for a long time all the time. So I printed some more off Board Game Geek. There was a really cool user, and I don't remember his name, unfortunately, so I can't plug it. But if you like just Google the game, that's the donation link. If you feel so inclined to donate to Feeding America, and it's specifically their COVID-19 response fund. It's money that goes to them. It basically they give money to I think a few thousand food banks all across the nation. So that's directly where the money goes. But yeah, player aids, very useful, very handy. Hopefully will prevent downtime as far as me just reading out loud and consulting rule books. But 5 action cards. So the way you move in this game here, I'll explain this. So here's my player board. This will be of relevance. Oh goodness, let's turn it the correct way. There we go. So as you can see, that's me and my face mask, which is very responsible these days. And I'll just read these actions for you. So basic actions are movement, shoot, melee attack, which we never want to do. Pick up a heavy object, trade, craft item, and then there's another basic action that costs 2. There's a 1 above it and there's a 2. Those are referencing the amount of cards from my hand I have to discard. I keep going. I have to always perform 2 actions when I want to take an action, but I take an action. I take my 2 actions, and then I see if I can do 2 more. And then I can do 2 more, or I can choose to pass. That's the way it's played. If there's another player, someone else will get to do 2, and then come back to me. I can do my 2 actions, and so on and so forth. Because it's me, comes back around to me, I do my 2 actions again. Until I can do no more, and then we proceed to the next phase where the aliens potentially show up and try and kill us. I mean, among other things. I think there's a face hugger here. Maybe hug our face and then kill us. Or use our body to make more aliens. Gross stuff. Gross stuff. Oh, and like I said before, usually whenever you play this as a semi-cooperative game, everyone has a different objective. We still will have somewhat different objectives than we would say if we were playing this another time. We have 2 to start with. Our 2 objectives that we've chosen randomly are cutting off the head. Send the signal, and the queen must have been killed. That sounds extremely difficult, not having played this game where a queen showed up. Or send the signal, and the ship must be destroyed. In a no-win situation, the least you can do is go down with a bang. That is true. I think we can still live, though. There's escape pods on this ship. Or emergency post-mortem. Place the blue character corpse object in the surgery room. That's all I have to do, in addition to surviving. There's I believe the win conditions, and I'll double check as we get into the game, but you need to be able to jump. I'm going to call it jumping because it reminds me of Battlestar. But you need to be able to jump to Earth. There's a handful of things that are relevant for that. Here is the engine room. There are 3 engines, and there's 2 tiles on each engine. And each of those tiles has been randomized between 2 tokens. Working and not working, or malfunctioning, or some word like that. But either way, one of them is working and one of them isn't as far as these tokens go. So they could all be working right now. They could all be busted right now. But if I want to try and get to Earth, I need 2 functioning engines. So probably I need to go check those, unless I'm just going to blow the ship up, which I don't know if I want to do that. It sounds fun, but it sounds difficult. The other part of getting back home is over here, which is the cockpit. We're already pre-programmed to go to option B of ABCD, of 4 options. The only issue with that is we don't know what B is. It could be Mars. It could be, I think Jupiter is an option. It could be Earth. It could be like the outer rim. I don't know where it's going. So another thing we have to do is go here and see where the computer is already programmed to go. For this one anyway. For doing something that doesn't necessarily involve the ship blowing up. That's my recollection. There are alternate ways to win. There are, or to get to escape. Winning is a vague term when it's life or death. There are also escape pods on the ship. So here, is my finger on here? Yeah, there we go. Here and here are 2 escape pods. And one of these rooms that is like mixed up. There are places that can activate those escape pods and help us to escape. In a regular game, the first player to die will trigger those escape pods. But obviously, if we die, it's just game over. So that ain't happening. What else can we do? What else can we discuss? Or what else is necessary? Let's actually just start the game, and I'll explain a few concepts as we go. Because there's certain things that are going to happen whenever we reveal tiles. We're going to make noise when we move, kind of vaguely reminiscent of Dead of Winter in that way. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're playing as the Medic, which was a Kickstarter exclusive. We have an interesting weapon. Normally, you get a shotgun or a rifle or something like that. We have the needle gun, which reminds me of Halo, so I like it already. The Needler. The weapon makes intruder retreat instead of dealing injuries. Can only be reloaded with chemicals. When it specifies what it can be reloaded with, we can search various rooms as we go. It's going to flip. These tiles are going to flip over and reveal what kind of room it is. Maybe it's a room that tends to be filled with weapons, or a room that tends to be filled with medicine, or a room that tends to be filled with mechanical parts and stuff like that. Depending on what kind of room it is, we can search that room if we have that action among the actions we can take in the cards in our hand, and we can potentially get goods. I think what I probably want to do is gear up on some weapons, because at the moment all I have is a needle gun that just makes them upset and run away, which is nice if I'm in a bind, but it's not really good at just full-fledged killing stuff, right? So let's just start playing. Player phase. Draw up to 5 action cards. Already playing it correctly. Move first player token. Irrelevant. There's only one first player here, and that's me. Perform actions. 2 actions in each player's round until all players have passed. Okay, 2 actions. So, among our actions available are moving and shooting. We can also careful move for 2 actions. Move it anyway. Move what anyway? I was busy talking. Let me have a drink and see if I can recollect. You remind me what I'm moving. The first player. Oh, is it the cat? Is the first player token the cat? Sure. If it's the cat, I actually want to pull this token out anyway. It's gonna be the cat for this game because I don't know what it is. Look at this token. I don't know if this is the first player token or not, but it has a cat token, so I'm using it. It not only does it have a cat token, but look at that. Please focus, camera. That is a cat in a spacesuit. That's amazing. Not only that, actually, I think I have a physical representation of this. 1 second. Oh, it's in the other box. I'm not going to do that. That other box is all the way across the room. That's weird. We're going to use this. Okay, we have a cat token. We're going to shift this cat token back and forth to me and then back to me. We're going to shift it between me, myself, and I. Okay, I think we need to move. We need to explore things. Actually, one of our not hidden objectives, because it's a public game at this point. Place the blue character corpse object in the surgery room. We can pick up a heavy object for 1 action. And a corpse is a heavy object, so thankfully we're pretty buff. We can hold our needle gun in our right hand and just kind of heft a corpse in our left. So I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard this one. The card I'm discarding has to do with contamination. Whenever an alien attacks us, we might be contaminated and infected. I don't think it's going to be relevant like this. So I'm going to discard that card to take a basic action of picking up a character corpse. And by the way, since I haven't played this before, the cat is extremely good. Oh, the cat. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Man, I wish I didn't have the token across there. Maybe when the game is over, if you're still here and you're interested, I'll go pull that mini out because there's a mini for it that looks really cool. What was I saying? If I mess up, if you've played the game before, anyone who's watching and I mess up, please just call me out on it. Let me know what I did wrong. I might not retcon it, but it's just good for me to know. So I have discarded a card to take my first action, which is picking up this corpse. Already off to a good start. And I'm going to move. And I think I'm going to move here. I'm going to start making my way towards the engines. So I'm going to discard a card to perform a move action. We're going to discard this demolition to move here. And we're going to flip this and reveal it. Command center. This can open and close doors. That's pretty good. This token will tell me that it is currently malfunctioning. Every one of these rooms has an additional token on top of it that has some kind of status to do with that room. They can be anything from that room being covered in slime for some reason. Slime will attract aliens. Or malfunctioning, which is what that says. This also tells me, which I'll kind of lift it up so that you can see. So, this token is telling me that is that tiny, tiny one right there. That is a malfunction token. That's telling me that the room is malfunctioning, and it's telling me that there are 2 items potentially to be found in this room. We are playing the solo variant, and from my understanding, that means... Ooh. Well, goodness. Okay, well, then stream's over. We just hit our goal, folks. I'm going to have to up the... This was the goal for the entire month of April and May, by the way. So, cool. Thank y'all very much. We'll have to reevaluate and see if we can raise some more money for Feeding America. But, okay. So we have 1 item to find in here. We take that 2, we cut it in half because we only have access to the 1 item. There we go. Where's my hand? Those are my 2 actions. I picked up the corpse. I did that, but it goes to the next player, it's just me. So let's continue. I'm going to search. Reduce the item counter by 1. Draw 2 item cards of the same color as the room you're in. Pick one and discard the other. I'm going to perform a search in this room, which is a military kind of like weapons room. So I'm going to draw 2 items from this deck over here. I'm going to look at them. We have available to... Oh, wow, that looks good. We have available to us a prototype... Oh, this is going to be... There we go. A prototype shotgun and something I didn't read yet because I passed it too quickly. Energy charge. Oh, I can kind of vaguely read it from the thing. All right. Prototype shotgun. You always deal at least 1 injury except on a blank roll. If you roll a shot or 2 shots, you deal an additional injury. Or additional damage. That seems good. Energy charge. Fully load ammo into 1 energy weapon. I'm holding... Man, I already got to throw my needler away. That seems weird. Whatever, I'm going to do it. We're going Rambo medic. All right, I'm doing this. I think whenever you lose an item, you just drop it in the room you're in. I could be wrong, but I'm just going to tuck it kind of here. And someone can correct me if they've played this before. But I feel like I watched some of they play through on a different game. So I'm literally already throwing my starting weapon away. First turn, this goes back. Discarded. Okay. So now I've thrown away my healing gun, and I've traded in for a prototype shotgun, which has 2 ammo on it. We have to get our tokens. There's a lot of stuff off board, by the way. Like, you're watching this, and you see, like, this giant... This board is about as big as the scythe board, I believe. It's a very large board. I had to change my camera resolution just to fit it on here. And that doesn't include the tokens and crap that are off of here. Okay. So we have 2 additional actions we can take if we so choose. Oh, we had to roll for noise. Let's do that. No one even had to correct me. So whenever you move in this game, if you don't do it as a special, a careful movement, which is 2 actions, you have to roll noise. 1. What that means is the corridor marked by the number that you roll now has noise in it. If you ever have to do a noise check and you double up on where you already have a noise token, surprise, you just sprouted an alien most likely. Yeah, so that's the way noise tends to work, from my understanding. What do I have left in my hand? Field. I can heal, or I can spend ammo from the gun I threw away. We're good at games. I think we're gonna move. We're gonna go ahead and just like make a mad dash for the... We're actually looking for the surgery room for one of our 2 things. So we have these 2 starting goals. The moment the first alien appears, we immediately have to choose between one of the 2. We discard the other one. So at that point, we have to make a decision. This one has to do with killing the queen, and that sounds hard, having not played this game before. A queen, just in my understanding of science fiction, the aliens, tends to be the be-all, end-all of the aliens. Awkward beer pause. And I don't want to do that. So let's continue forward. We're going to go ahead and go to engine 1. We're going to engine 1 through this way. So we flip it. We have revealed the fire containment system. Initiate the fire control procedures. This game has a lot of stuff that can go wrong, and one of them is everything catching on fire. This is one way to prevent it, except it is malfunctioning, just like everything on this godforsaken derelict ship that we woke up in. Okay. So we put a malfunctioning token here. We set our item counter. It says 2, but because we're in a solo game, we reduce that by half. So we're setting 1 item in here. We'll just take that token aside. And we roll for noise because we moved. That's not good. I'm going to double check, but I believe, so I just rolled a 3 strikes symbol. And my understanding is that, come on, cheat sheet, help me out here. I believe you put one on every single like hallway that doesn't have a token. Like I'm gonna double check the rulebook real quick to make absolutely certain, unless someone beats me to it. But let us take a look. Movement. Where's noise? Aha! Movement and exploration actions. Noise roll. Danger. If there's an intruder in the neighboring room, which there isn't, move it to this room. That'll be useful for knowing later. If there are no intruders in any neighboring rooms, or if they are in combat, place a noise marker in each corridor connected to that room that does not already have a noise marker, counting technical quarters. Okay, technical quarters are like ducts. They're like ductwork in this game. Because aliens are gross and nasty, they can move between ducts. But ducts. So we put noise everywhere, actually. All right, I don't know what we're wearing. We're wearing like wooden clogs. We're a medic in wooden clogs just stomping around this ship. Okay, we have one card remaining that I threw on the ground. And I think we're gonna go ahead and make a dash for that. That's 2 actions, right? Yeah, we've just moved here, so yeah, the second action will be moving in here again. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna discard a card, and we're gonna move into this engine. That sets us up to try and check those engines next turn. That's my goal anyway. But the only bad thing is we roll noise. If we roll a 1, that's bad. So we don't roll a 1. That's easy, right? Roll a 4. I'll take it. That's kind of bad because that marks the path I was going towards. I was trying to like leave myself a noiseless path to travel back this way towards the other engines, but whatever. Okay. That is all our actions. Let's consult our handy-dandy card that tells us what happens next. All right, perform actions, which we did. Event phase, move time track. This is on a timer until this red ominous token that probably means the ship blows up or something. So we lose the time. Self-destruct track, we have not activated the self-destruct sequence, thankfully, but if we had, that would count down. Intruder attack, there are no intruders. Fire damage, there is no fires. There are no fires. Resolve event card. So, every time we do this, we have to flip a card, and something... I've never seen anything good happen from it, so let's see what happens. Coolant leak. If there is a malfunction marker in the generator room, start the self-destruct countdown. Remove this event from the game. Thankfully, we have not revealed the generator room, so we don't immediately start the self-destruct sequence. We're safe there. This is the interesting part that I haven't explained yet. The last phase of this end phase is the intruder bag development. And I'm going to pull that out. This has... I guess we've been playing a lot of bag builders. We played a coffee roaster a little while ago. It's mind games. You're letting those aliens know you don't fear them. That's exactly what I'm doing. I like that. All right. So, let's do this. We have to take a token out of this bag and then resolve what it does. Here, let me show you this bag. It's a very nice cloth bag that says Nemesis on it. What do we got? Bam. We got this thing. What is this thing? Let's consult our thing. Does our cheat sheet help us here? Larva. It's a larva. Remove this token from the intruder bag and add 1 adult token to the intruder bag. So threats are growing in our bag. We're going to take this larva token and we're going to add an adult token. Each of these tokens has a corresponding miniature. They look really cool, by the way. Hopefully we will... I'm mixed about this, because if we summon a lot of them, we're probably going to die. But they look cool. We'll get to see them. So that is that. And we are back to the start. We draw 5 action cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. FYI, dropped objects stay in the room. Items are discarded. An item... Does it say item? I assume it's an item. Really? My needle gun? I'll believe. All right. It's gone. Dropped objects stay in the room. Items are discarded. Does this... Well, is this an object? What does it say? It says starting item. Okay, fine. I literally threw... I was kind of hoping I could go back and pick that up, but we won't wreck on it. All right. 5 cards. Cool. I think I want to check the engines. I'm holding the body. I think I'm going to gun for placing this body in the surgery room, which is my random side objective, my solo objective. So... I want to check, I think it's 2 actions, but let me look. Engine check. Check the engine as 2 actions. So I have to discard 2 cards. I don't have any wounds yet. The cards I'm discarding have to deal with wounds. I want to search later, potentially. Open and close 1 door and a quarter. I don't think that's relevant yet. So I'm going to discard 2 cards to check engines. What I do is I take a look at these face-down ones, and this one was already working, so that was fine. We need 2 working engines to be able to get home to Earth, or to just end up jumping wherever. Okay, that was one action. For our second action, I think we're going to go ahead and move at significant risk to us. We're going to go ahead and discard a card. We're going to start working our way towards the second engine. We're going to attempt to check that to see if... oh, goodness. I need to pay attention to Facebook. One moment. Cool. Never mind. We're good. All right. I'm going to move here. We'll slip this. That is not the surgery room. I'm looking for the surgery room. We reveal... never mind. I just closed the thing that opened doors. What happens is... There's 2 items in here, for one. But the door immediately closes, I believe, behind us. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to go and just shut this door and grab another one of those because I just threw it across the room. All right. We are sealed off from engine 1, but engine 1 is currently working. If something breaks that, we're kind of out of luck. And this one has 2 items reduced by half. So this has 1 item to be looked for in it. It's a healing room. It's like a medical room. I'm pretty good at healing on my own, I think, because I'm a medic. A lot of my items appear to do with that. So there, that's my 2 actions. Oh, I roll for noise. If it's a 4, I'm not doing well. 3, okay. That's actually okay? Okay, we don't have noise there. Okay. We're making a lot of noise in this section of the ship. Okie dokie. I'm still like blown away that y'all raised the Feeding America goal that I set for all of the month of May. It's not even May yet, in like 12 seconds. I appreciate that. Okay. We're going to go to engine 2. We have to perform 2 actions. Do I have a search left? I have a search. So I can move there, assuming I don't draw into a bad thing, I can do a search. So I do have 2 actions I can do. So let's go here. We're going to discard a card to go here. We're going to roll noise immediately. And pray. 2. We didn't have anything to do yet. All right, so things are not looking great behind us, but that's behind us. And then our last action is going to be to search this room. Oh, wait, there's nothing to search here. And I have to discard 2 cards to do that. Perform 2 actions. Is there a 0 cost? There isn't a 0 cost action. Movement, shoot, melee attack, hit pick. We've been saving up all those seating fees from March through now. That's true. At least it went to a good cause. Did I just... Because I went into this room anticipating my second action to be a search action. I think you don't get to go unless you perform a second action. I might be cheating. I'm going to go ahead and like retcon that. Just because I think that might be technically illegal. And I'll just perform a search in this room. So I'm going to discard my search card. And look at the first 2 items out of here. Bandages and more bandages. I think I'll take the bandages. And that'll be the end of my turn. There we go. Just so we're square, we're not cheating. We may not have been cheating, but I want to try and play it well as I can. Move first player token. Cat. Perform action. Well, no, we already did that. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Event phase. Move time track. We tick down. Self-destruct attack didn't happen. Intruder attack. None to intruder attack. Fire damage. Nothing to burn. Resolve event card. That's what we do next. Very good. Okay. I assume that means I did something correct. All right. Event. Let's see what we got. Hunt. Move every adult not in combat to a neighboring room with the character. If there are several rooms to choose from, move the adult. All right, we don't have to do this. These also, it's relevant. Whenever we do eventually have bad creatures here, they'll move according to these cards. They have little icons on the top, and they tell you what room they move into. So this deck serves 2 purposes. It serves us this purpose during this phase where we get kind of screwed by the game. And then it also serves a purpose for telling us where the monsters will go. But we lucked out. We have 1 card in hand, we draw up. So, oh, wait. Yeah, draw up the 5 cards, and then we move the cat token. So let's draw it. Discard A med kit to activate. We have also these side quests that I have kind of off the board. Combat drugs looks kind of cool, but we have to be in the emergency room, which we haven't revealed yet. If those become relevant, I'll discuss them. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We continue. Now we can go into the engine room. We have a search card, which is nice. I'm going to discard... We have these interruption cards that, like, deal with, exclusively with, like, interrupting other players, and there are no other players, so that seems like an easy discard. So we'll discard that to move here. Now we roll noise. I wish I could keep... I want to actually keep that, too, if possible. Hey, I did roll it, too, so it works out. Now we check engines. We're going to check these engines, too, see if we are square. That is a 2-cost thing. Field dressing... We don't have anything to heal. We don't have any doors we need to open. The door that's closed is fine. So I'm going to discard 2 cards and check these engines. See how we're looking. That one's good. Okay. We only need 2 engines. I'm cool with that. Now I have 2 cards remaining. And I think... And one of them is a search. So I think I can move in this room and then search it. And that would be an adequate 2 actions. Because I'm still looking for the surgery room. I need to chop open this corpse and see what happened to it, apparently. So let's discard a card. Let's move here. We have 2 engines that are operating. That seems good. Generator, that's not great. Initiate stop self-destruct sequence so we can blow up the room if necessary. But this is on fire. I'm assuming, yeah, place a fire mark in this room. We just arrived and on fire. What do I have to do to put out a fire? Well, there's the fire room. This room's on fire. If I end my turn here, I get on fire. All right, so we put items in here equal to... This doesn't seem good to have the initiate self-destruct room on fire. That seems like a bad idea. How do I put out fire? Is there a card in my hand? None of my actions are put out fire, so I assume I just can't do it at will. All right. Well, that changes my last action. I was going to search in here, but I might just want to hightail it the hell out of here now. I probably want to deal with it. The fire suppression room's all the way on the other side of the ship. I think we just run from it. We run from our problems. That's what we do. We don't need to check engine 3. It's a good place to search if you want to find fire. Yeah, that's true. Fire does hurt us. I do know that. Fire will hurt us. That is the most intuitive thing in any game. Standing in fire tends to hurt. I'm going to leave the fire. I don't want to mess with... Oh, I need to roll noise. Thank you for reminding me, brain. 4. Okay. Whatever. We can get kind of lucky on these rolls. Actually. All right. Now we move. We just keep running. We just found fire. We're not searching in here. There's nothing to be found in here but burns. Monitoring room. Check 1 room and exploration token. That's a 2 action, so that's not great. But that's actually kind of... Well, it's malfunctioning, so never mind. I assume it's rounded up. This has an item count of 1. But we cut it in half. I'm going to assume that's rounded down. Because that seems kind of crappy if not. I need my malfunctioning tokens. Here we go. Let's roll more noise. What was that? I don't need that. Alright, so we can't monitor anything. Every damn room in this ship is malfunctioning. Alright. And we roll noise. And we're almost back home to the room with the dead body, which is not terribly homey. 4, that's not great. We need to go a different direction then. Alright. Because we just covered this place in noise. And we're done. Okay. Yep. Move time track. Time counts down. Initiate, or not initiate. Move self-destruct track. Nope. Trigger attack. Nope. Fire damage. Hey, we're not in there. Resolve event card. Alright. Let's see what happens. Regeneration. Each intruder on the board heals 2 injuries. Well, we don't have anything on the board, so we're fine. That's right. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. That's not my job. That's someone else's job. Alright. Intruder bag development. Draw something and we resolve something. Just probably just keep that thing handy that tells me what these do. What do we got? We got an adult. What happens when we draw an adult? Adult. All players roll noise in order. No roll if a player's character is in combat. Return this token to the bag. Uh-oh. If we roll a 4, I think we just spawn something immediately. That's how I read that. That's my understanding. Let's roll it. All right, let's hope we don't roll a 4. That's a 3. 3 is not 4. Where's 3? Hold on, where's 3? Okay, 3 is the technical quarter. That's not great. So the technical quarter is this spot sort of off the board, and it just counts as having noise on it. So if you roll noise on any technical quarter again, it's just going to spawn something, most likely. So that's it. We continue with our 0 cards in hand. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's see what we got. We're looking for the surgery room still. I think that's what we're going for. Unless like things go really bad really quickly, and maybe we'll consider blowing up this ship, but that seems like not the first thing we would check. So let's go here. The nest. That sounds bad. And a fire extinguisher. I mean, in a perfect world, maybe. A nest, and we shut the door behind us. Oh, no. Oh, wow. This sounds bad. What is the nest? There's 3 items in here. So I assume that rounds up. That's how I'm going to play it. What is there to even find in here? Why is there stuff to find? Oh, there's nothing to find in here. That's a really high number that we just threw away. All right. All right, the nest. We ran in the nest and the door closed behind us. What is the nest? Take 1 egg. Oh, the net. So there's. I'm assuming the egg. The game had me set up with eggs like off the board. There's a pile of eggs. I'm assuming those are considered to be in here. That's my assumption. We roll noise. Great. I want to get the hell out of here. That's great. Are we on a technical quarter? Oh, we're not. All right. We just rolled the thing that puts noise everywhere. So we just like ran to the nest and blew a whistle. Fun. Jeez. Wow. I went out. All right, how many cards do I have in my hand? I have 4 left, right? That's my discard. This is my hand. Yeah, we discarded this one. All right. Are you going to startle some eggs? The goal is not to, I don't want to hatch things. I don't know who does that. I'm not the botanist. I don't want to be a botanist, wouldn't it? I don't know who wants to do that, but that's not me. I'm out. I'm running. I don't want to mess with this nest. Storage. Search for an item. Another closed door. Maybe that actually helps me. There's 4 items in here. We'll just round it down to 2, but that's pretty good, actually. I want to stay here and search. Because I need some weapons. I like weapons. I already have a weapon, but maybe there's better. All right. The door closes behind me. I'm okay. You know, that nest is actually all sealed off. Maybe you can scare them. They'll scramble. I don't think these eggs would taste very good. I'm an egg connoisseur. Because I have chickens and ducks. So, you know. If anyone would know if these alien eggs taste delicious, it would be me. Alright, I need to roll. I have to discard a card first because I moved. Oh, goodness. Field dressing. I will probably need it soon, but I don't right now. Alright, discard. I need to roll. 2? Hey! Wow! Okay. We're going to run that way next, though. Or am I going to search? I think I'll search, actually. Do I have a search card in hand? I do. I have to do 2 actions, though, so I need to search and then move. I think I'll search and then move. I think that's what I'm going to do. Make sure no one's yelling at me on Facebook that I'm breaking rules. I don't know why Facebook doesn't come over here, but it doesn't, so. Let's search. Draw 2 cards from here. We deplete the room by 1. I feel like maybe those are not good for cooking. I don't know. Maybe they taste like Pop Rocks or something. Prototype pistol. You can re-roll once every combat roll you make with this weapon. What does my shotgun do? I'm holding a body in one hand. Energy charge. I think that's garbage. How much ammo does this have? 3? You always deal... I'm trying to debate. So my prototype shotgun... You always deal at least one injury, except on a bad roll. And this one lets me... I think I'm going to keep... I can hold on to this, though. Energy weapon. I think I'm going to discard the prototype rifle, or pistol, because I like my prototype shotgun, but I'm going to keep the energy charge, so I can use it later. Again. I can reload it. How much? I guess maximum ammo, too. That seems okay. We're going to do that. And then our second action has to be a movement. So... I could use both to do a careful movement. That seems excessive. I'll discard one card. Yeah, we'll discard one card and we'll move here. Evacuation Section A. Try to enter escape pod. And another door closes. There's one item to be found in here, and it's like a general room. It has every single type on there, so. Door slams shut behind us, and we roll noise. That was our 2 actions. Where did that go? Here we go. If we roll, that's bad. Okay. We rolled a 1, and that 1 corresponds to this area with this noise token. That means we lose the noise token, and we consult the rulebook, but I think we spawned something. All right, let's actually let me see my cheat sheet helps us first. I'm gonna assume I spawned something. I'm just gonna look at the rulebook. Awkward rulebook moment number 2. I haven't done this very much. All right, noise roll. All right, I'm gonna go here. But I think we have an encounter. An encounter is an instance of an intruder appearing on the board in a room where a character is present after drawing an intruder token from the intruder bag. So that's the part we do, right? Yeah, let's look up here. First encounter. Exploration token. Shooting. We're not shooting yet. We're just encountering something. See more noise roll page 15. I was just looking at the noise roll page 15. Nothing happens. If you are instructed to place a noise marker on a quarter that already contains one, resolve an encounter instead. So back to page 18 we go. All right. Encounter. Resolve it. Okay, here we go. All right, never mind. The game was right. I was wrong. So these get discarded. Or no, that already got to discard. Discard. Draw 1 intruder token from the intruder bag. So we have to dictate what we're getting, what we're having to mess with. The intruder bag I have set below here. So I need to draw a token from here, and it's going to dictate what kind of nasty we get in this room. All right. We are drawing an adult token. I believe that's what that is. Yes. So place the intruder miniature in the room. An adult is a medium-sized miniature. So we now get to see what these look like. Let's just put it up here. So we are spawning an adult alien in the room with us. He doesn't look terribly nice. I'm not really looking forward to messing with that. All right, that happens. Oh, goodness. All right, what happens now? Surprise attack. The surprise attack is an intruder attack which only occurs on an encounter. Oh, I see what happens. So we need to flip this around 3. We only have 1 action card in our hand, which means that so in a non-solo game, the first intruder causes you to pick one of the goals you're focused on. Is the solo the same? Yes, it is. So I need to focus on one of these. That's my understanding anyway. I'll donate 50 cents if you punch him. Can I shoot him with my shotgun at least? Well, he gets a surprise attack against me first. That happens now. You're right. So I need to discard one of these. I'm going to discard this one because I think our best bet is we're holding the blue character corpse. We've explored half the board, which means the odds are as we move this way, we're going to encounter that surgery room, hopefully. So I'm going for that. All right. So yeah, place an intruder, which we've done. Compare the number of the intruder token to the number of cards in the player's hand. Well, we did, and we did not win that search. So surprise attack. Surprise attack is an intruder attack which occurs during an encounter. If the player has fewer cards in their hand than the token says. Token set 3, we had 1 card. We are engaging in a surprise attack. The player is, well, they're surprise attacking us. Event fade. We'll do that later. All right. So now we need to get surprised attacked, which is another section of intruder attack. Surprise attack. Move on to surprise attack. See page encounter. Move on. More on surprise attack. See encounter page 15. I think it's just a normal attack that resolves, but he just gets like the jump on us. Yeah, it's just an intruder attack that triggers right now. So let's do that. That is next page. Choose a character who's in the target and the intruder. That's me, of course. Surprise attack character target is the one who triggered the encounter, of course. Draw and resolve 1 intruder attack card. So this is going to dictate what happens and how badly it happens. So we draw a card from this mean red deck. Scratch! The character suffers 1 light wound and gets 1 contamination card. That's not great. So we are now officially hurt. Not only that, we have to pull out a contamination card. So this is sort of interesting, and I will explain that now. Off to the side is this deck of cards I have. And if I flip them, this deck of cards has these like 80s style 3D-esque things. So I have to take one and add one to my discard pile. It's like a blank card that I can't use for anything, I believe anyway. Yeah, we resolved that. And it's placed in the discard pile. Yeah, okay. So we now might be contaminated with the alien stuff. And if we attempt to end the game and we're contaminated, then we lose. I don't know what amount of those. They're like little stats section in the back of old Transformers packaging. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Yeah, actually, that's a fair comparison. There's a lot of them in like the 80s and 90s. Like that was a ubiquitous thing that was just on anything kid related. Like there was thing like comic books, so you would have to put the glasses on and look. There was like, I don't know, sometimes they had television specials that would do with that. Okay, well, we might be infected, but whatever. I need to look, so I'm going to look real quick. I know it's annoying for me to keep looking at this, but I need to know. Right here already. Contamination cards. In addition to wounds, characters may get contamination cards. When a character gets a contamination card, draw it from the contamination deck and place it on top of their action discard pile, which we've done. We're clear. Contamination cards are a disadvantage for the player because they are kept in hand like a normal card, but they do not provide an additional action. You cannot spend them to pay for the cost of the actions. Okay. And not only that, but they contain hidden information. The character may be infected or not. So we might want to scan ourselves. During the victory check, if we're infected, we might just lose instead of winning. So there are ways to like scan yourself on the board, but I mean, we'll roll with it. But if we draw this card later, we can't discard it to spend actions. So it's like a dead card in our hand that serves us no purpose. That was our first action. We have one more action left. If we run, it attacks us. Do we attack it back? I have a shotgun. I'm going to attack it back. I'm going to shoot this little thing. All right. So my second action, I'm just going to try and use my gun. So I'm going to discard a card to shoot. I'm not punching it for the 50 cents because I want to try and win. Or at least do the best I can. Okay. So I'm attempting to shoot with my prototype energy shotgun. The energy shotgun, or the prototype shotgun says, I roll this die. I always deal at least one injury except on a blank, and there's one blank. If I deal a 1 injury or a 2 injury, I deal an additional injury. So we roll. We already did that. We already got a monster. We did 1. All right. We did 1. We take 1 wound and we put it on here. That's not great. And then we see what its hit points are. I'm going to consult the book to make sure I do this, but my understanding is I'm going to draw a card from one of these decks that's going to tell me how much combat. Shoot action, which I've done. Intruder's injury and dash. So we have wounded it. We see what happens. When an intruder suffers injuries, place the corresponding number of injury markers on its base. Then check the injury effect. Larva and egg. 1 injury is enough to kill them. We're not dealing with a larva and egg. Adult. Draw 1 intruder attack card. Ignore everything on this card but the blood icon in the upper left-hand corner of the card. That's its health. So if the number of the blood icons is equal to or lower than the current number of injury markers, it is killed. Remove the miniature and place 1 intruder carcass there. If the number of the blood icons is higher, the intruder is still alive. Great. Intruder retreat. During an injury effect, if there is a retreat arrow on the blood, in the blood, we'll deal with that. So we'll see how much health this guy has. Probably more than 1. 5. He's not even hurting. He laughed at us. Well, great. We just ended our turn in the room with an alien. That seems not like a bad thing, right? All right. Great. Things are going great. Okay. That's the end of our turn. Yeah. All right. Time track goes down. Self-destruct attack, no. Intruder attack, we get attacked again because I stayed in here and shot it and didn't do very well. All right, well, we know how to do this at least because we're getting used to getting attacked. Let's flip this. Claw attack. 2 light wounds and a contamination card. Well, that's great because I will explain why that's terrible. Where's my, oh yeah, we're more, oh goodness. Okay, 2 light wounds. So I'm gonna show my board so that you can understand what's going on. So we have one light wound right there. Let's do it the right way. What happens is we're going to get a second light wound now, and because it's instructing us to get 2, we don't have another space. We're going to take a severe wound, which is going to give us some kind of bad thing going on. So, fun. We draw a serious wound card. And if we ever get a certain amount of these, I believe it's 2, we just die. So, let's see what happens. Arm. The character has only 1 hand slot for heavy items, objects. If they have 2 heavy items, they must instantly drop 1. That's a problem, because we have a body and a shotgun. The body helps us win, and the shotgun helps us kill, which is not losing. I'll drop the body for now. We broke our arm. It's not great. Okay. We've done it. We got attacked. Fire damage. Hey, we're not in a fire. That's one thing going for us. Resolve event card. Oh, goodness. Malfunction. Place a malfunction marker in the explored room with the lowest room number. Well, it's probably already there, because everything's malfunctioning, but we'll check. What is room number? Oh, I see. There's little numbers here. We're standing in 5, 10, 13, 19. Well, good. This room gets to be malfunctioning too, because why wouldn't it, right? 14. I believe this is the lowest. Okay, why not? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? The one room that wasn't malfunctioning is now malfunctioning because the deck says so. Shotgun isn't an object. I have to choose one or the other. The character has only 1 hand slot for heavy items or objects. Oh, heavy items / objects, if they have 2 heavy items. Yeah, this is a heavy. The shotgun is a heavy item because it has the little icon on there that dictates that it's heavy. So I had to choose one or the other. If they have 2 heavy items, they have to instantly drop 1. So I chose to drop the body. So I'm holding the shotgun, at least in this room. That's actually one. The pistol might have been actually better right now. I wasn't considering like heaviness. Great. Okay. Intruder bag development, because things aren't already bad enough. Let's see what else happens. A larva. I think that is just, yeah. We discard this, we add an adult. More likely to get more of these things. I think I'm gonna sit in here and wail on this thing with my actions and try and just get rid of it so I can, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably just gonna die. But whatever, we'll go down swinging. All right, we shuffle up because we used all our action cards. What are these? Is irrelevant. All right. Oh, I have an item that can heal me. Heal all light wounds or dress 1 serious wound. Ooh, I forgot I had those bandages that I got earlier. That can patch my arm up so I can pick up this body. Well, I have to get rid of this alien first anyway. So, let's see what I draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We didn't draw any of our infected cards. That means we got a full handful of actions. So that's good at least. This is pretty useful though. We have some healing cards that we're gonna hold on to, I think. Scan all contaminated card. Interesting. We have something that helps us potentially remove these in our hand. We're not going to search this round because we're gonna hurt. So we're going to discard that card to attack. We're going to remove energy from our shotgun. That's our last bullet. We're going to attempt to shoot this thing. That is a blank. You always deal at least 1 injury, except on a blank. We did nothing. For our second action, it's going to be to, and we can do it. We can do it here. So we're going to go ahead and discard a card. We're going to discard computer skills to fully load our weapon. We're going to consume our energy charge, and we're going to put 2 more things. We're going to load our shotgun right back up. Those are our 2 actions. We need to get this thing off our back immediately. I think running gives it an attack of opportunity. There's things in here that can prevent that from happening. There's like a smoke grenade, for instance. If you throw it on the ground, you can immediately move. If we attempt to run from it, it's just gonna attack us. So my inclination is, and we're holding a pretty good weapon, except by that roll. We'll see. But all right, I kind of want all these cards now, but I have no choice. We're gonna. Which one of these? Then draw a card. Then draw a card for any green room. We'll discard that one because it costs more actions to do. And we're attempt to attack again. We're going to remove one of our shotgun. I hope this is going to be really like thematic and the medic with no combat training is just like holding a shotgun at point blank range and just missing. That's exactly what's happening. We just missed. All right, we're gonna try one more time. We just gotta pray. I didn't move the cat. That's true. That's why I'm losing the game, because I didn't move the cat. Oh man, I'm gonna shoot again. I've shot. This will be the third bullet. There's one blank on this die. One, right? Yeah, there's only one. What are the odds I roll 3 blanks in a row when it's one side on a 6-sided die? Okay, good. That's not great. I did 1 damage. I really need to roll. Man, I'm having a drink. Because I'm dead. Man. Alright, I did 1 damage. Jeez. Jeez Louise. It's going to be a quick game. Alright, we check. I mean, I don't think it has 2 health. I did 1 damage. I just spent 4 things of shotguns shells, energy shotgun shells, from a prototype amazing weapon to deal no damage. I broke this thing's nail. 6 health. I did nothing. Oh, man. I'm dead. Right, how many? I need to look up how many serious wounds I can have. I just sat here and just got eaten, like annihilated. How much damage can I take? Oh man, how did I miss all that? This is ridiculous. All right, I mean the game is good. I'm not great at it. All right, let's see. How much? Where's death? Show me death. Where's death? Who's played this before? Someone answer this question. All right. It's probably on the attack. No, not there. All right, here we go. Encounter. Is it on the board? No. I'm gonna check my cheat sheets before I just dive into this. Oh, here we go. Intruder, injuries, and death. It didn't say death. Oh, that's involving the intruder. What about when I die? When do I die? How many heavy wounds can I... Oh, it's not relevant yet. We'll see what it does first. And then we'll look it up here in a second. Okay. So that was... We have 1 action card. That was everything. We spent everything to do nothing. And we can't heal ourselves in combat. Okay. Move time trap. Time counts down. Maybe the ship will blow up. And then everyone loses. Intruder attack. Yeah, that happens. Wow. Is there like maybe the... Can this thing miss? Can this thing be like the medic of the aliens and just... Of course not. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't... Okay. I get slimed. Well, I don't take damage. But I do get slime and I get more contaminated. I draw another contaminated card. I'm going to be one of these things in the next like 4 seconds. Slime. I take a slime token. We'll just call this a slime. We'll take the status. Oh, that's exactly how it works. So I am now slimed. I've been boomered. Left 4 Dead style. If you have 3 serious wounds, the next damage of any type kills you. Okay, cool. So I'm not nearly knocking on death's door as I thought. I thought maybe if I thought it was 1 extra. Okay, so I didn't actually take 1. I got lucky. Resolve event card. Consuming fire. Set item counter to 0 in each room with a fire marker. Okay. Joke's on you, I wasn't using that anyway. Place a fire token in each room neighboring a fire room with a fire marker. Fire does not spread through closed doors or technical quarters. Well, of course, this is the 1 room without a closed door. So, this is relevant now. We only have a grand total of 8 fire markers. If ever we need to place a fire marker and we can't, we just caught every engine. Oh, do engines... What happens when engines are on fire? All right, anyway, that's not relevant yet. Fire to spread. And so that's 4 of our 8 tokens. Can the engines run when they're on fire? I guess we'll find out, because I'm not going back there. There's the fire suppression stuff over there. I got more medium problems to deal with. I need to get the hell away from this thing. That's everything, right? Intruder bag development. No, we need to do more bad things. Okay, let's draw this. Probably it makes the engines better and faster. That's probably good. It burns off all the gross... Oh, man, what does that do? Adult. All players should roll for noise. It doesn't happen if we're in combat. Okay, so we just ignore that. It goes back in the bag. Drop the 5 action cards. Great. We have one in our hand. Let's just draw these. Oh, we don't have to. Those went in our discard, so we don't immediately draw them. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we're going to get some contamination cards now. We have 2 contamination cards. That means our options are even more limited. I think I'm going to run. I'm going to take the hit and run because I have no more weapons. I don't know how melee attack works, and I don't want to try it because it's probably terrible. I'm not going to try and beat this thing with the butt of a shotgun because it just took 4 rounds of it and took no damage, so I'm just going to run. Move first player token. That's what... Right. There, that was the trick. That's why we took so much damage. It's done now. Perform actions. I'm going to run. I can't use this card because it's a contamination card. Can't use this card because it's a contamination card. I can discard down, right? I'm going to assume I can discard down at the end of my phase. I'm running. I threw away my needle gun like a dummy. I'm going to discard down. I'm going to run. Where am I running? I'm taking a hit, I assume. I'm going to look up and see. I'm just going to assume it makes an attack. That seems like it makes sense to me. Character escape, page 19. I think that seems fair for 19 characters. A character may also try to escape from combat by performing a movement action to the neighboring room. Before you move, resolve intruder attack. Yeah, if I survive, I move. If I die, my character corpse stays in the room I try to escape from. Alright. We're running. Where are we running? Is this connected? That's not connected. No, it is connected. We have one option. We're running here. Well, it's an attempt, so we'll kind of be like, we're in the hallway. We get attacked. All characters in the room who have at least 2 serious wounds die. Well, we only have 1, so we're fine. Any other characters in this room suffer 1 serious wound. That is definitely us. What else is broken? Leg. From now on, the cost of your escape movement action is 2. Okay. Well, we ran. He broke our leg on the way out, but we ran. Wow, I need to... Room covered in slime. You are slimed. Well, joke's on you. This little sucker already covered me in slime. What is the X? X. Silence. Nothing happens. Well, I quietly ran into this room, though he clearly knows where I am, so this is dumb. Okay, there's no items in here because it's a room covered in slime. I'm covered in slime. He's next door. I have a broken leg and a broken arm. What happened? How did this game go so badly so quickly? It was like fine, and now half the ship is on fire while I've been getting killed. Like I'm just gonna die. The ship's gonna blow up, or this thing's gonna kill me. And I have 2. I'm like, and not only that, I'm like contaminated. Phase 1 went smoothly. Apparently, wow, I'm garbage at this game. Heal 1, dress 1. That was 1 action. I have 2 actions remaining. Place a malfunction marker in the room. That seems not great. I want to put more distance between me. I healed. I want to heal, but I only have 1 action left. Because I have so many contamination cards in my hand, I can't perform any more actions. I want to heal. But if I heal, the odds of this alien just catching up to me immediately are pretty good. So, and not only that, but all these doors are closed. What happens if you roll? We'll find out later. All right, I need this card. I'm running. I'm continuing to run. We'll go here. This could be engine control room. Check status of engines. Well, I wasted my time doing that. There's 2 items to find in here. This is malfunctioning anyway, so I can't do it. Everything's broken. I can't use this action if I wanted to. Alright. I wish I could heal, but I cannot. I think I'm just done. Because I performed 2 actions. All my hand was full of contamination cards, so I can't perform any more actions. I could... Oh, wait. I have... No, I can't. I can't even do that. So I'm going to hold on to this. I assume I can discard more than 1. Let's check to make sure before I'm cheating. Discard any number of cards from my hand. Okay, I'm discarding these contamination cards, obviously. And then we continue onward. Wow. Move time track. Self-destruct. I mean, I'm tempted just to pull the lever on that at this point. Intruder attack. Ha! Can't attack me. But does he just move? I gotta look this up real quick. I think he just moves instead of attack. I assume he gets now a movement phase, now that we have something on here. This is phase... Actually, let's see if my cheat sheet does it. Draw an intruder attack card. Choose an turn. Alright, it doesn't happen. Resolve event. Oh, the event card will also dictate where it goes. That's right. Okay. So, intruder attack, nothing. Fire damage, nothing. Though the ship is burning, the ship is sustained. Resolve the event card, he might move. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you. Resolve event card, that happens now. So let's see what happens. He moves. He's an adult. He moves 4. What happens in the... He goes into the vent. He's in the vent. What does that mean? He's in the vent. Okay, I assume he'll jump out of it. I assume during his movement phase, if I'm in a room... Well, I'll have to look it up. He's in the vents. Okay. What happens now? Short circuit. Place a malfunction marker on each yellow room with a computer. Everything's going wrong. Oh, wait, this one didn't have it. Oh, wait, so the room on fire is now malfunctioning, too, because why not? This one does have a computer. The generator room that is on fire is malfunctioning. That seems correct. That just seems like common sense. Remove this event from the game. Okay, that's fine. Oh, man. Okay, that's done. Intruder bag development. I mean, we got away temporarily. We're hurt, extremely. We'll see what happens. Another larva. That's what that is. No, that's not a larva. That's something different. It looks like a larva. Creeper. Remove this token from the intruder bag and add 1 breeder token to the intruder bag. That doesn't sound good. These tokens are escalating. Alright, I don't know what a breeder does. I don't want to draw it, but we have a breeder in the bag. Fine. And then we're in our turn. We draw up the 5 action cards. We have 1 card in our hand, and we have 3 cards remaining left to draw, and then we shuffle up and draw 1 more. If the number of intruder movements indicates technical quarter, you remove the mini from the board and put the token back in the bag. Okay. He's just gone. Does he keep... I assume the damage has disappeared too. So all that was for naught. Okay. That's okay. There's noise on the technical quarter. So I just put the... Okay, I just put the adult back in the bag. So he left. He decided I wasn't worth his time. And I don't blame him. Does that mean that he wasted all his bullets? Yeah, I wasted all my bullets, got hurt, and now it's not damaged. I'm fairly certain that's what that means. Okay, that's not it. Let's have the hand of options now. None of these are contamination cards. Alright, he's gone. But he's back in the bag. That is what that means. Great. Fun. I have no... Oh, no, I need to go back and get the body. Well, he's gone. Maybe I can do that. Maybe that's what I'll do. But I have to roll noise if I do that. If I... Man, things are rough. We're having a rough time. Because I need that body. Alright, let's just figure out our life. Drop the 5 action cards. Mood token. Things went better when I did this. So I'll do that. I mean, better, relative. I'm gonna have another beer. Things are rough. Goodness. Wow. Things escalated extremely quickly. Like, as far as how we've been playing so far, the first half was almost uneventful, but like pleasantly so, because I was, collecting a few resources. I was checking engines. Like, the engines are good. If I want to jump to Earth, I mean, theoretically, I'd be fine. Things are not looking great. And my hand is full of contamination cards. Everything is on fire. And there's a ship in the ductwork that heals magically. In space, no one can hear you break your leg and eat fire and set fire to half the ship. I did. I did. I did set fire to it. Alright, whatever. I think my first priority is to try and heal up a little bit. Rest, no. Scan contaminant, all contamination cards in your hand. There are none. Heal, dress 1. So this actually takes no actions. That's not bad. I'm pretty efficient at this. Well, it takes, I don't have to discard to do it. Heal 1 dress, in addition to this card. Heal 1 dress serious wound. 1 dress serious wound. Is dressing, what is the difference between dressing and wound? Hold on. Dress 1 serious wound of 1 character, then draw 1 card if you're in the green room. Does dressing the wound mean that you just turn it like face down and no longer suffer the negative effect, but you're still considered to have a serious wound? That's my guess. I'll look to see if chat happens to have the answer before I look. All right. It's healing its own section. Actions. Item actions. That's probably going to be relevant for... That's probably going to have the answer there. I've never healed before. I've only played this once, and then the room blew up. The ship blew up before I could do anything that involved healing myself of the damage I had taken. Movement and exploration. No. Flow of the game, player goals in the game. Objectives, actions, basic actions. We want something that's a little more extensive than basic actions. More on items, page 22. I'm going to look at items because I think dressing is from items. Dressed wounds are face down but still count as swords. Yeah, that's what I figured. That was my guess. Okay, well, that's fine. I will do the pharmacist thing. Heal one. I'm going to go ahead and heal my arm. I'm going to dress my arm. That's a 0 cost, so I can just discard it. Then for my second action, I'm going to discard a card to spend my bandages to dress that wound. Or no, that's dress. Okay, that doesn't do that. Well, I'll heal all light wounds, so I don't take any more. So I'm going to spend a bandage to heal my light wounds. That's my second action. I consume this bandage. Now, 2 more actions. I do have a hand of options, so I can do stuff. I need to kind of go back and get that body, but I'm going to roll a bunch of noise in doing so. I need to find the... What is my... I can't do that yet. I already threw that away. So my only option is to get this corpse to the surgery room. And I can't substitute with my own corpse, so that's what's going to be likely. Rest is not useful. Searching is irrelevant. I think I just have to go. Do I want to move carefully? Carefully would be 1 action. 2, move. We'll see. All right. First, I'm going to go to the room covered in slime, because why not? I'm already covered in slime. Discard a card. Let's go. Is there a way around here? It's so long. No, I'm going to go through the room. I'm already covered in slime. We're going to move there. Roll this. 3. Okay. That's where I need to go. That's not great, but we're doing it. Actually, I can move carefully. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to spend the next 2, my second action, discarding 2 cards to move carefully back where I was with the alien and not have to roll noise. And that'll be the end of my turn. So I healed my light wounds. I dressed my wounds, and then I ran back to the body because that's my win condition. So I have to pick it. So that's everything. I mean, I'm kind of burning time, though. Okay, draw up. Oh, wait, that's not yet. Move time track. Picturing you storming through the halls, banging an empty shotgun on the walls, making a warrior shrine. Aliens come out to play. I do have the bottles, too. I don't have 3. It takes 3 to do it. Oh, well, whatever. Isn't that the scene? He's got 3 bottles in his hand. All right. Self-destruct, no. I mean, it's looking... Intruder attack, for once, no. Fire damage, no. Event, yep. Gotta do that. Let's see what happens. Evacuation pod injection. Remove 1 escape pod token with the lowest number. Alright, well, since everything's on fire, the escape pods are just shooting around like bottle rockets, so great. We're down 1 escape pod. Okay, that's fine. Intruder bag. This thing gets more nasty. As it does. Well, I don't know. We're eventually going to draw something from this bag that does something that, like, is ridiculous. Alright. Oh, adult. I think I have to do a noise roll. Which is what I avoided by coming in here. Man. This game is just wrecking us. 3. Adult. All players do noise. I have to do... I spent my actions doing a careful roll to come in here and just have to do it anyway. Please not a 3. That's a 3! We're back in the room, and the alien's back. Dang. I have no cards in hand. Oh, wow. Okay. We draw an alien from the back. This is rough. Alright. Why doesn't he keep the damage? That's not fair. It's the damn adult again. Alright, well here's his damage. Alright, he's back. Surprise attack. Ha, he's here. Because I don't have any cards in my hand. And it's a what is it? It's a warning of 3. It just happens. You snuck in the room and your cell phone went off. I snuck back in here. I dressed my broken arm. I snuck back in here, and he showed up, and he's probably gonna break my arm again. This is stupid. All right, I get attacked. Scratch. Character suffers 1 light wound, and you know what? I get infected. Can I just switch sides? I have so many of these things in my thing. It's probably the corpse's. Yeah. It's probably the corpse's cell phone. I have like a million of these contamination cards in my deck. This is dumb. Okay, we did it. We got surprise attack. We got scratched again. I have no weapons. I have to try and run away. This is... Can I pick up... Can I pick up the body? Is pick up heavy objects something I can do in combat? Probably not. Wow. Where's the button to blow up this ship? I'm done. I want to kill this... Ugh. I just have to leave. Alright, whatever. I drop. I'm not doing this token anymore. That hasn't worked out anymore. I'm not doing the cat token. Move. First player. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, this is relevant, I guess. Let's show you. So keep in mind, contamination cards I can't work with. They just deprive me of options. That's 3 contamination cards in my hand of 5 cards. So that's not a lot of options. Perform 2 actions. I can't attack because I used all my ammunition missing. I run, and I get attacked. Okay, let's do it. Do I have anything in my hand that can, like, help me? No. Everything in my hand is, like, don't do in combat, and I'm in combat. We're running. I attempt to run. Again. And this dude is, like... He's in disbelief that I came back into this room, I think. In my mind, this alien is like, are you serious? Like, you got away from me, and you just came right back the next action. That's exactly what happened. Okay, he attacks me. Tail attack. The character has it. Oh, all right. Well, let's read it. Tail attack. And he has a tail. If the character has at least 1 serious wound, they die. I got a broken leg. I got everything. So I got lots of serious wounds, so I'm dead. So that's me. That's Nemesis. This is what that says. I'm just dead. Though this thing did have this. Okay, so that's proof that there are aliens with 2 hit points in this card. Wow. Oh man. Oh goodness. Okay, well I'm dead. I'm curious where that thing was. I'm not doing a game 2. No, I don't have the time. This is like perfectly timed to not be able to do the game 2. Ugh. Because that would take another like 2 hours. But I'm gonna flip them. Let's see where the laboratory was. Or what did I need? I need the surgery room. That's the emergency room. That's the surgery room. We're slowly getting that way. So we checked the engines. Let's see what the coordinates were. Were we programmed to Earth? We were going to jump if we jumped to Mars. I don't think Mars is Earth. Last time I checked. Though, I guess in the cosmic scale of things, it's close. Wow. This game wrecked us. This dude's fearsome. I'm going to show y'all some of these different minis because we didn't get to see them. We got wrecked by 1 alien. Thematically, that's exactly what happened. The same alien showed up and just wrecked us. So this is the queen. Look at that thing. Oh, good. It zoomed in. Like that. Let's put them next to each other for comparison, I guess. So this is what killed us. And this is what had the potential to show up at some point. We got killed by little fella. But Big Queen was an option. So we didn't last long enough to see remotely anything that, you know, is actually threatening in this game. Oh, man. What was that thing I threw away? Where's the rifle? I threw away this energy rifle. It's also a heavy weapon. All right, that's relevant. So I didn't actually make a mistake there. Though it would help me re-roll. Never mind, that was a mistake. Goodness. I never had 3 ammo. Yeah. I should have kept the prototype pistol, because it lets me re-roll the combat roll whenever I make with this weapon. I thought the shotgun, I was going for, like, heavy damage, being like, well, but, I mean, you have to do damage to begin with for it to be multiplied, and that wasn't happening, so. Goodness. How are y'all doing? It was fun, though. I did not last as long as I did the first time I played this. Justin and I tried this past week. This past week just to try it out and learn some of the basics. And one of us got fairly close to one of our goals. And then the ship blew up because there's 4 fire tokens out here. The moment you put 8 on the board, or the moment you have 8 on the board and you have to place an additional one, you can't, the ship blows up. And the ship blew up. And we got surrounded by 3 aliens in that one. It was her, wasn't it? What was her? Did she blow up the ship? She might have. I don't remember which one of us blew up the ship. I don't remember. I'm going to slowly start packing it up, but I'll leave stream open because I've been on an hour and a half. That's not bad. All right. Man. I didn't expect to get this decimated. The one of you that almost won. I got reasonably close to my objective. She had a very difficult objective. My objective was similar to this one. It was like take the body. It was be holding the body and escape to Earth or something like that. So I just picked up the body and I just held onto it for the rest of the game. And I got the reason why I got what I thought was reasonably close was because I got really close to the escape pod too. So in my I would have needed to consult the rulebook to make sure, but in my mind I could have taken this body, jumped in the escape pod, and just hitched it out of there and just left it there. But we were learning the game and we were playing fully cooperative, so I didn't do that. And then once I looked at the rulebook, I didn't think it was going to work the way I thought. Like I don't think I could have just left. Because there was like the pod controls that I think I had them open and I could have activated them and tried to make my way there, but it was probably not going to work out. So I tried to stay and help her with her objectives, and hers were really hard. She was watching earlier. She's probably not anymore though. She might remember what hers were. It had something to it. So she needed to research 2 intruder weaknesses and then do something else on top of that, which is already difficult because these intruder weaknesses, they're off the board right now. But one thing you can do is using items and doing research with both. You need an intruder carcass, a character corpse, and an intruder egg. Those are the 3 ways you can do research. So she would have needed to kill a monster. And I needed the body. I was holding on to the body for my win condition. So she would have had to kill a monster, take the corpse of that monster to a laboratory and research it, and also go to the nest, pick up an egg, and research it, and then do one other thing. And it was like the room was already, like, the ship was already halfway on fire and we didn't even have one thing killed. We have 1 wounded, but it was much like this, where we were just going bam, 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 and just missing, like, the whole time. So. Oh, man. There's a lot of bits to this game. That was enjoyable. That was thematic. I mean, it felt like I should have lost based on the way things were going. Like, I don't feel like I was robbed. I feel like I messed up and did poorly. And I got what was coming to me. How are y'all doing? Are you folks enjoying your night? Thank you very much for the donations, by the way. I might have to try and up it. I need to decide when I'm playing next week, actually. Does anyone have a suggestion for what they would like? I'll probably play this eventually, but I don't know if I'll play it right away. So maybe I'll play this again for another solo mode. But what have I played so far? I've played Coffee Roaster. I've played Viticulture. I've played Feast for Odin. And now I've played Nemesis. So those are the 4 games I've played solo so far. I don't know if anyone has a suggestion. If they do, it's more... We might already have it. And if we don't, we can probably acquire it. Fortune and Glory has a Nazi dropping Zeppelin. That sounds cool. Does it have you played it solo before? It's got a giant foot. Yeah, that's true. This thing is already like... This is maxing out the footprint for a game I can fit on the camera. I have no idea what the... I looked at the quality, and it's like it's passable, like the quality as far as the board goes that is viewable on stream. But if I were to try and pan it out more than this, like I considered trying to get the intruder board and my player board and the decks in there, but it was just going to really significantly reduce the quality. It has the rules for it. I'll have to look it up and see. I've been considering doing something that I know next for like Architects of the West Kingdom has a solo mode, and I really enjoy that game. So I've been considering that for the next solo game. Because I did Feast for Odin last, and that was pretty heavy. And this, I would consider this heavy. There's just so much, maybe it's not heavy, I don't know. I don't really know if this is a heavy game. Wingspan is rented out right now. We had our board game rental before we shut down. for like all together. We shut it down altogether once they did the non-essential business closure. And I just told everyone that had a game out that just hold on to it. Like don't like go out and try and return it right now, just because it seemed like that was not a wise decision for people to be doing, just going out just to take games back. So once it lifts, I'll open that up to folks being able to return it. But Wingspan is currently rented out. All right. But Wingspan would be a fun option. What is it? Actually, Scythe has a solo mode. Speaking of like Stonemaier games, I haven't played it before. Maybe I'll look up and see how Scythe solo is, because I have played Scythe before at least. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe Scythe will be a good option. Goodness, I got wrecked. Oh wow, this is. I'm gonna have to just shut the stream out and clean this up because there's so much. I'd clean this up at least. I'll clean up the character tiles and then call it a day. We'll clean up later. 2, 2, 2. These are numbered, so I think you always. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you always have your essential rooms in the ship that are numbered on the back of these tiles with a 1, and then the 2s I think are always going to be different. It seems like. Because it seems like there's a very wide variety of these two, so I'm kind of curious what the other options are as far as like potential room tiles you can get. Room covered in slime, monitoring room, engine room. Let's just pull them out. Let's see what other rooms that we could have gotten in the ship that we didn't. Airlock control. That's pretty cool. That's thematic. I like that. I wonder if you can like airlock a different, like a ally that maybe isn't an ally anymore. Cabins, shower room. And canteen, have a snack. I don't know in what world that this game is going well enough that you have the opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm going to have a snack. Let's have some trail mix, because things are going great. Because that did not happen for us. 1, 1, 1. I also regret throwing away that Needler, because that Needler... Yeah, I did a very bad decision doing that. Because if I recall, I got the shotgun because I wanted to arm up and I needed to hold the body for my winning condition. Thanks for throwing yourself in the jaws of fate with such wild abandon. Yep, that's the way it worked out. The Needler would have forced them to retreat on demand. And in hindsight, that would have been a much better item to go, like better situation to go for. I don't know where I discard it, but I want to say... Like, I'm almost certain that that's what that said. And I didn't, like, comprehend, because I hadn't really played it significantly before. I'd played one test game, but I didn't comprehend how, like, important it could be just to avoid combat altogether. I only see 5 sides in the manual. Which one is doubled? 5 sides. Explain to me, will you reiterate what you're asking? 5 sides in the manual, which one is doubled? I don't know what sides we're referring to, but I'll wait. I'll wait to shut it down until I hear back. 6 sides of the attack die. Which side? Oh, that was for my shotgun specifically. If I roll an actual shot or a 2, deal 1 additional injury. It's not doubling it for me. It's just giving me an additional injury. If you're asking specifically with how my weapon interacted with it. Unless you're referring to... Here's the 1 hit. There's just a 2 hit option. What is the side distribution? There is 1 blank. So one of the 6 sides is a blank. You do nothing, which I rolled 3 times in 4 combat actions. I believe, anyway. There's 1 that is the same mark as the Creeper. I'm not sure why it shares a mark with an alien type, but it must serve some kind of purpose. There's 1 that shares an alien type with the Adult. There's 1 that shares the alien type with... There's another Creeper. And then there's a single action. There's a 2 action. I believe that's the full distribution. Yeah. So with the shotgun, all of these do damage. I'm not sure. I would have to look because I was using a weapon that modified the die results. Creeper is double. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Is that what the manual says? As far as like what does the Creeper and the Adult result do? Because it wasn't relevant for this game because my shotgun modified those results to a damage instead. Did I roll those at all? I did, yeah. So I mean, how I hit was never terribly relevant because I hit so little. I missed more often than I actually hit anything. Injury only to creeper. That makes sense. And I rolled the adult icon, so that works. You always deal at least one. Oh no, okay. So I did roll a creeper at one point, but because I have the shotgun, it says you always deal damage unless you roll a blank. So the only time I did damage to this thing was when I normally wouldn't do damage anyway. Melee combat is the same, but if you fail to hurt, you take a serious wound. That seems extremely likely in this situation. I actually quite enjoy that this deck has just a card that just says you die. How frequently is that? I'll look at that real quick before I end. That's not instant death. If a character in this room have 2 serious wounds, how many have them on 1? Because we did have 2, but it was interesting that you can die the moment you get a serious wound. That doesn't seem like it would be terribly frequent, and it isn't. No, there's 2. No, there's 1 in this deck. We drew there was 2 other cards that could have killed us at that point, but there's only 1 card in here that insta kills you with 1 serious wound, which is interesting. That's pretty cool that there's like a threat. You can lose this. I mean, I feel like we got at least halfway through a game as far as towards victory, maybe a little more than halfway. But it's sort of interesting that you can just lose that quickly if you play it poorly. Though I can see how not in a non-solo game, because I think there's a room in this game that can a defibrillator, like an item in there, like a emergency room or something where you can kind of bring someone back from the brink of death. But yeah. Anyway, I am going to clean this mess up on my own. I appreciate y'all watching. I very much appreciate the donations. Thank you very much for helping me reach the revive as a possibility mentioned in the manual. Yep, that's what I thought. I think I glanced through the rulebook and saw that as a potential option. But I appreciate y'all watching. And thank you very much for helping us hit our entire May goal before the month of May even hit. So you have a great weekend too. Thank you very much for watching, and thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a good weekend. It's sort of weird times right now. It's a strange time for everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and y'all have